Hey, all my self care baddies. My name is Nicole, and welcome to the podcast channel. Um, and by the way, this isn't a self care podcast. This is a business podcast episode that I'm airing today. So let me do that over. Hey, all my self care baddies. My name is Nicole, and welcome to the podcast channel. Well, today is really actually like a business podcast episode for Nicole Social Hub. So, welcome to the podcast. My name is Nicole, where we share business educational topics about all things online business and being a content creator. So, if this sounds like the podcast you want to listen to, then click the subscribe button if you're watching us on YouTube and become a part of the Nicole Social Hub community. With that being said, let's jump right into this podcast episode. So, before I begin, I just want to so let's get into this podcast episode. So I had an idea to just share like the back end on how to set up an online business. Now, I know that this is a self-care podcast channel, but I do record for the business podcast too, which is called Nicole Social Hub. So today's podcast is a business podcast episode where we're going to be sharing the back end on how to set up your business. It's real easy and simple for those who may not want to get too techy and personal. So let's get into it. So, how to set up your online business and what you really need to run an online business. So, here is a list of what you need to actually run an online business and actually how to market your business. So, this is a podcast about how to run an online business and how to market your online business. So, yeah. So, here's a list of things. Here's a list of what you need to actually run an online business. So, you need a platform to promote your business as an online business. You need a platform to promote your business as an online business owner. So here is the platforms that I choose, but you can choose the platforms you like. So I choose, well, I'm not really on Instagram, but I just put Instagram on there, but I'm on TikTok, YouTube, podcast. Now, some of the other platforms, media platforms that you can include is Instagram, blog, and newsletter, emails, etc. Now, I didn't go into email marketing, but I can make a separate podcast episode about just email marketing. Yeah, I can make a separate podcast episode on how to market your business through emails too. So that is email marketing is like a huge part of like a marketing strategy, a huge marketing strategy too. So yeah, so what you need to run your online business, you need a website to manage all of your orders in the back end of the business. So your website is your whole online ecosystem. Not only do you manage orders, but you can manage like in your analytics to your website, just a lot of important data for your business. So your website is your ecosystem. So um yeah, you need a website to manage all of your orders and the back end of the business, which is the most important part of running your business, which is having a website. So really, you only need two things to run your business. A platform you're going to use to actually make orders and converting, into sales. So you need a website to do that online, and also you need a platform where you're actually going to market your business, so and actually converting people into purchasing from you. So yeah, those are the two main important things that you need to be able to run your online business, which is a website and having a marketing platform to converting people into investing in you and your business and your brand. So this is where I struggle the most with my business, is the marketing. So my business and actually getting sales. But here's a marketing strategy that I'm using now and that you can use too. And here's a marketing strategy that I'm using now and that you can use too. And then I'll share more on the back end of running your business, but how to actually, market your business. And in my case, I'm talking physical product store. So when I'm saying online business or product, this podcast episode is basically how to market your physical product. How to market a physical product. And we're also going to be sharing how to not only market your I was about to say digital product, but physical product, but how to create a pre-launch, launch, and post-launch phase for your physical product. So with that being said, let's get into it. Let's get more into it. So if you may not know, we are a handbag brand, which is called Books in Every Code, for content creators and business owners who love to get things done in their business, and those who love to go to the coffee shop and work on their business. So we're currently getting the website up and running, so stay tuned in. But I'm going to share how I'm relaunching my handbag brand and how to create a launching strategy for relaunching or launching a physical product. So yeah. Now I don't know if I'm really going to relaunch my handbag brand, but stay tuned for another episode because I'm really want to share more about a digital product marketing strategy, and how to how to get into the digital marketing world and digital products and stuff. So I'm really more excited about digital product marketing than I am physical product marketing, because it's not just as easy as it may sound. Like, even though I am sharing how I'm using my actual marketing strategies, but it's not so simple and easy. Like, it does take a lot of hard work too. So running a physical product store is a lot, but it's worth it though. It really is worth it. So yeah, so let's get into it. So here are my actual marketing strategies that I'm going to use to relaunch my handbag brand. Now, the platforms I choose to use is TikTok, YouTube, and podcasts. And my marketing strategy is simple. My marketing strategy is really simple. So it's basically tell people exactly what you're getting ready to do, or make a post about how you're going to relaunch your handbag brand. So here is some social media posts about me launching my handbag brand. Now, I was supposed to record for a YouTube video, but my space isn't set up right now for to be on camera, so I just decided to do some audio content on here too. So yeah, so what I do to market for social media. So this is for TikTok. So this is how I'm sharing with you my marketing strategy on how I market on TikTok. So now the goal now with so what I do is I use text on the screen. So I say things like POV or POV, which I don't even know what POV stands for, I don't know what POV stands for, but it's trendy. It's a trendy text that people use. Now, if you know what POV means, let me know in the comment section. But yeah, I just use that saying because it's a catchy and it's trendy. So yes, using trendy text on the screen is a great way to market your products on social media. And right now, I'm taking you through how to market on every platform that I mentioned before. So yeah, I'm taking you through every platform that I mentioned before. So I'm going to be taking you through how I market on TikTok, how I market on YouTube, and how I market podcasts. So this is a good episode. Stay tuned in. You don't want to log off yet. Just keep on listening, keep tuning in. So come listen to me. So yeah, so I also use text so this is trendy text that I use for social media for TikTok. So the text that I use is when you finally started XYZ, or text like you finally stepped out of your comfort zone and you did XYZ. So you want to tell your audience in an engaging way on what you're doing with your business. It's a great marketing strategy, and these are simple strategies that you could use. So if you need text ideas for your social media, I can create a free ebook on that as well, just to give you some text marketing strategies that I use. And also you can look on TikTok too for, some copy, some text on the screen that you can use too. But these are just the ones that I use for my social media content. So Next thing is your overall content itself. Make sure to have crisp, clear content and use trendy music. Always use trendy music. So whatever content that I see on social media, I save the music to my music playlist, and I just use the trendy audio from there. So let's talk about the actual content itself and what I do to market my handbags. Um actual market my handbag. So you want to use props and create like a mini content studio space to market your handbags. So um I get all my content props from Amazon. So if you have a space to put a bookshelf and a table and just a mini area to create a space for your content, so I say do it. So I create content in the dining room. So I use this space. So use the space that you have. If you can, so use the space that you have. If you have a small space, use that space, or try to find a space where you could really just create your content. So I use the dining room, and I just create all my content in the dining room. So yeah, also I use a ring light as well. So just props again that I use to decorate my mini content studio space is a bookshelf, because it accentuates the space so well. So I thought it would look nice on camera too. Also a table, because I need a desk. So I invested in a desk for my own personal use to work on the computer and just work on my business and stuff too. Next for a backdrop, for the background or a backdrop, is a clothing rack. It just make your background appealing, and make sure to keep a full rack of clothes on the clothing rack, because your audience like eye catching things. They like eye catching things. So yeah, they like eye catching things. So yeah. So quick fun fact, I used to work at Old Country Buffet, and I would constantly have to change out the food trays when they get low. So you never want to have an empty food tray, because it doesn't look appealing for marketing. So for marketing, customers shop with their eyes. So everything has to be eye catching for your customers to want it. So yeah, it's just a fun fact. I've worked so many different jobs, so, and I love learning new things. So yeah, so that's just a fun fact. So when you're creating content, you want to make sure that your clothing rack is full, because it just make your background again appealing appealing. So yeah. So yes, those are the items that I choose for the backdrops and things to decorate. Yeah, so those are the things that I choose for my space and to decorate my content, little mini content studio space too, to record content. And so yeah, try to create a mini studio space for yourself. Everything that I mentioned is in the description to purchase your content creator equipment and like the content creator equipment. I have all these items in the description. Now let's get more into how I actually create the content. So, um, yeah. So once again, I just want to do a recap of what I use. So I use a ring light to create content. The ring light is definitely important for creating content, because I can't create content because like you need a ring light to make sure that you have good lighting for your content. Next thing I use is a bookshelf. I just feel like a bookshelf just is a cute prop and it accentuates the space. And a desk, because it's just, you in an office setting and you recording. And lastly, I use a clothing rack for my backdrop. So those are the things that I use to create content. And so here are some social media content ideas. Oh, hold on. So yeah, so those are the items that I choose from my backdrops, and everything that I mentioned will be linked in the description, in the show notes as well. And I want to mention next podcast episode I'm about to record next is all my content creator equipment that I use. So that when you want to start creating content, you have everything that you need to create your content. So yeah, so um Yeah, everything is in the show notes as well too. So yeah. So let's talk about the actual creating the. So let's talk about more how I actually create the content. So I do use standing content, and here are some tips that I do to market the handbags. Like I sort of kind of like model my handbags, as you can see. Well, you can't really see because this is an audio, but you can't really see. But I'm going to make a YouTube video out of this too. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But yeah, so think of fun and cute ways that you can model your handbags and showcase your handbags in a cute, fashionable way. So here are some social media content ideas. Now, the reason I'm sharing this is because if you're interested in starting your own handbag brand and you need inventory, well, I have the inventory for you. And if you're interested in starting your own handbag brand, yeah, I have the inventory for you, as you can see here too. So yeah, so yeah, if you're interested in starting a handbag brand, um I have the inventory too. So um yeah, that will be available soon on my website too. I am thinking about offering like my own inventory as well. Um just because I know a lot of people are interested in um starting their own physical product brand too. So yeah, now like let's get into other ways I market my handbag brand. Is how to style your handbags and how to mix and match. So other ways that I market my handbag is I teach how to style your handbags and how to mix and match your clothes and wear sets to make it easier for yourself. So like let's try to figure out what to wear and more so of just throwing that ish on. Just be cute and you want to try to throw your best fits on for the camera. So stay tuned for a YouTube video on how to style your handbags. I already pre-recorded that video. I just have to edit it and get it up there. So yeah, and how to create your own, and you want to try to create your own signature style. Like what's your style and your vibe? Like what's your signature style and vibe? Like what are you going for with your wardrobe? So is it a classy look? Is it a streetwear look? Is it loungewear? Are you a homebody? So try to get a sense of style to style your handbags, even if you don't have that much clothes. Like even if you don't have that much clothes, try to like I always mix and match my clothes. I always been doing that for a long time, like mix and matching my clothes. So it's more so how you wear your clothes to make them into different outfits. So I'm good for mixing and matching because it just helps you to style your outfits and style yourself too. So yeah. Now, with posting your content, try to play with the fast and slow feature. It helps just to bring a little Like you want to be able to put a little into your content. You gotta just know how to put a little into it. So, if you see my social media content, I always just try to look my best on camera, like as possible because you are marketing a physical product. So this is just my way that I brand the actual content itself. There are a lot of ways that I brand my content, but that's just my way of branding the actual content. So yeah, I'll try to play with the fast and slow feature. It just like again, it just help put a little oomph into your content. Now let's get into the phases of launching our product. You have a pre-launch phase, which I'm doing now, a launch phase and a post-launch phase. So let's get into it. So pre-launch phase is you telling your audience exactly what you're doing. So no, you're telling the pre-launch phase is you telling your audience what you're doing. You can use text on the screen. Don't be afraid to post pictures or do photos and videos of your content. As I mentioned before, I use text like relaunching. I use text to say things like relaunching my handbags soon. So you're getting your audience aware of what you're doing. And like I mentioned before, I'm actually thinking of showing the inventory more so that I could start doing more business to business marketing instead of consumer to consumer too, because most time people are interested in starting a business and I kind of attract more business owners than consumers. So but I do recommend to market to both. Now let's like I do recommend to market to both. So like I mentioned earlier, like I rather market the business to business because we understand each other. Like it's like you get it, you know what you're investing into, you're so serious about starting a business and you're ready to make that investment, Um and I say this like I have the inventory, so no more trying to look on Alibaba, trusting all these different vendors to let me be your right hand man. Let me be your right hand man, and invest in my inventory because it's quality products, it's quality, and it's long lasting too. So yeah. Now let's get into target audience. Since we're heading into that direction of marketing, so I already chose our target audience, which is B2B marketing, which is business to business marketing. So, and also you could still do consumer to consumer marketing as well too. So, yeah. Now let's talk. So now we're getting to more into the target audience. So since we're heading in that direction anyway, so we're heading in that direction of marketing. So before we get into the target audience, I do want to talk about the pre-launch, launch phase, and the post-launch. So for the pre-launch phase, you want to use words like launching soon or stay tuned in because we're launching our handbags, stuff like that. So you want so that they could be aware of what you're doing. So before we talk about target audience, I do want to share the launch phase with you. Now you have the actual launch phase. Now you have the actual launch phase. You're getting ready to market to convert. Okay, so let's get into the actual launch phase. So let's go over the pre-launch phase. So the pre-launch phase is pretty much like again, you're using content with text on the words and text on the screen, which is saying launching soon. I'm getting ready to relaunch my handbag business, or stay tuned in because we are launching our handbags. So use a lot of content to model your handbags and use words just saying launching soon. So you could you could use the same wording as long as you have a different style of content. So just try to use different style of content, or repurpose your content and use the same wording like launching soon. So you can make a series too, you could do a series of 4 to 5 outfit ideas, and you could all post 4 to 5 different outfits and with the wording launching soon. So each post is launching soon. You have 4 to 5 posts with 4 to 5 different outfits, and you're putting launching soon. So yeah. Now, before we talk target, now let's get into the launch phase. So that pre-launch phase is, basically you're using content with words on the screen saying launching soon. So yeah. Now launch phase, it's the same as pre-launch, but now you may have your website built, or you started your channel, or you prep yourself for the next phase. And this is what I would recommend. Out to have more. This is where I would recommend to have one with more. Oh, I'm sorry. This is where I recommend you to have more than one platform. It's optional, but here's where I use YouTube or podcasts to promote more because it helps your audience to get to know you a lot better. So the launch phase is, the launch phase for me is I market on 2 different platforms. You have short form platform for short form marketing to promote your channel and business. So your YouTube channel is where you can market and create long form content. So let me back that up. So the launch phase is you marketing on two different platforms. So you have short form platform, which is TikTok, and my long form platform is YouTube. So that's where I market majority of my business, which is using TikTok and YouTube. So yeah. So So I use my YouTube channel is where I feel like you can market more better than just a fast clip on social media. So like, not saying like social media is, I feel like social media to me are quickies, fast runs, like just, you want to get in and get out kind of thing. So, hold on. So yeah, so what I was saying. So yeah, so like short form TikToks, or like short form social media. It's like, it's quickies. You want to get in, get out. Like, you want to get straight to the point, make it simple, but you can also, like, again, it don't have to be like fast or quickies. You could literally use slow mo, if you have time, and you really can enjoy yourself, and you really want to get in your content and get in your content bag. Use the slow motion feature. If you really can slow it down, take your time in there, you could use the slow feature. Now I use the slow and fast feature because it's just fun. Like, it just makes the content more fun, and it's another way that you can brand yourself. So use that slow motion feature if you can. If you have the time to use that slow motion feature. That slow motion feature, it just does it really does it. Like, so yeah, like, take your time, and when you're creating quality content with the slow motion feature, like, literally, you could take your time marketing and creating quality products, like, if you are, because a quickie social media post, it's just, it may not last too long, but a slow quality, making good, loving content to your content. Now that's how you gonna do it. So, yeah. Um, so you want to make sure you're sharing and having good quality content, and using that slow and fast feature on your content. Now, like, the launching phase is using, like, now let's get more into the launching phase, more to it. So the launch phase is like using text like shop now, or now available, now open. You want to make sure you put, I try to put as big as on the screen of open. So you're using that large text on the screen, those four letters, and you just, you want to put open, available, now ready, I'm now available. This handbag is now available. Now you could shop now, stuff like that. So, um, you could shop your handbags today, or even still in the launch phase. Even still in the launch phase, you could still post coming soon. So now basically you're giving a call to action to either direct them to your YouTube channel or website. And this is a funnel that you can use to funnel your audience to convert into sales. Now in the launch phase, you can put people on by going to your website to see and look, but, like, just because they go on your website doesn't mean they will actually buy automatically. So you still have to promote your website. You still have to promote your website too. So how I do that is I share behind the scenes of creating my website, or how I create the overall brand, and share tons of behind the scenes. So here's a list of the behind the scene ideas that I do when, marketing my handbag brand. So yeah, so I just want to mention too, like, even if you do have a website, that still doesn't mean that people are going to shop with you. So that's why creating content on social media and YouTube, podcasts, and all these different platforms, you really want to make sure that people are invested in your time and like into the quality of the products that you make, because you spent a lot, you spent your hard time creating these products. So yeah, you kind of just want to, you know, um you kind of just want to persuade people on why they should invest in you and why they should, go on your website. So um yeah, so again, like, just because you have a website don't mean that people are just going to automatically click on your website. And even if you tell people to go to your YouTube channel or go to your website, you have to remarket your content all the time. So what the gurus say, the gurus say, like, the online gurus and business owners and stuff, they say that a person has to see your content 7 times before they actually decide that they want to make a purchase. So yeah, like, keep, but not saying, like, I'm not really literally saying make 7 posts and people purchase. What I'm saying is you have to, like, embed the content into them so that they can see over and over again, like, okay, you know what, she keeps showing her handbag, she's consistent on her platform, she working hard for her content, let me go ahead and purchase a handbag because I do need one for work, or I do need one when I'm going out, I want to look cute, or whatever, like, or like, you going out for a modeling campaign photo shoot, and you want to have everything in your portfolio. You could put your portfolio in your handbags, you could put your stationery notebooks in your handbag, and all your essentials. So the next business meeting you have, you could take your handbags with you and put everything that you need and all your essentials in your handbag. So that's that's some of the things that you could even do a voiceover and say that too. So I struggle with voiceovers. I don't know, I'm struggling with, like, being more, like, stepping out of my comfort zone. So but I do want to do voiceovers too, because you do want to explain a product too, like explain why you made the product. You want to explain why you love the product, you want to explain why you just invested so much time in this product. So yeah. Now let's get into the behind the scenes ideas of, content ideas. So some of the behind the scenes content that you could do for marketing your website is, you take them behind the scenes of creating your website, on building your website piece by piece. So I make YouTube videos on how I build my website, or you can make I feel like building a website, sharing the behind the scenes more on social media, on TikTok. I don't know, those videos that it does so well on my channel. Like I was looking at my not my channel, I'm sorry, for social media. When I was looking on there, I'm looking like, wow, some views have 800 views, 500 views, 200 views on, like, people really want to know how to build websites and just do all these different things. So share more of what people want to actually know too, because it helps you to be more, setting yourself up more for, like, educating your audience too. Like, here's how you could build your own website for free and stuff like that too. So yeah. Now, behind the scenes of creating the graphics for your brand, take them behind the scenes on how you create your flyers, how you create your YouTube thumbnails for marketing, how you create social media content. Which is next is how take them behind the scenes publicly on how you create your content for your brand. So show them how you work it. Show them how you get that thing popping. Show them how you create your brand, create the content. So you want to show them how how you creating your content for your brand. Show the behind the scenes, like, on how you create your content. And the one that I love the most is editing your content, or in editing other people's content. I want to be a video editor. I feel like I do want to be a video editor for other people's content and really edit their YouTube videos, because I really love editing so much. Like, I just love editing, and editing is just an important piece of your creativity. No, like, really seriously though, no, like, editing is like an important piece of, like, your own creativity, your own style, and editing techniques to brand yourself too. So I take pride in like video editing. So if you need a video editor, for movies or scripting or anything like that, I'm your girl. Like I really know how to really edit like videos, like, and incorporate other pieces of content within those videos. So if you really need a video editor, let me know. You could book a consultation, or like um you could book a consultation, or it'll just be on my website for a service, because I am thinking about providing a service, which is editing other YouTube. I mean, editing other YouTube videos too, other people's YouTube videos too, if you need help with editing. And I'm being serious. Like, anybody can really book a consultation. Like, if because I used to have in physical people asking me like, how did you start your channel? Like, how did you do that editing? Like, how did you did that? How you do this? So either you could book a service where I could just edit your YouTube video content yourself. Um, and like, I love to look at other shower girl vlogs too. So like, if you want to get your shower channel popping, yeah, come holler at me and I could edit your videos for you too. So let me see that. But yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna mention what I do, but yeah. So that's the content that I share. So yeah, so that's the content that you can share. So just a mini recap: behind the scenes of creating your website, behind the scenes of creating the graphics for your brand, behind the scenes of how you create content for your brand, and behind the scenes of how you edit your content. So those are just some behind the scenes content that you can do in the launch phase to launch your handbag. Now, in the launch phase, you're actually converting like your audience and viewers, which is YouTube marketing. So let's get into how to market your handbags on YouTube. So I would create a series on YouTube on launching my handbags. So let's create a mini series on launching the handbags. So part one, this is a YouTube title that you could use too. So part one, you could use this concept. Part one, launch business prep. That's the actual like theme of your video. You could use it as a YouTube title as well, launch business prep. In the YouTube thumbnail title, come work with me. In the YouTube title two is come work with me behind the scenes of launching our handbag brand. Now let's create a mini series list for the series. So part one scene. So okay, so this is what you're actually going to use the thumbnail title in the title itself. So the title could be launch business prep. Come work with me behind the scenes of launching our handbag brand. Now the YouTube thumbnail title can just be come work with me. So I'm gonna do a YouTube video, a sit down YouTube, not a sit down YouTube video, but I'm gonna do a YouTube video, and so that you could see exactly like what I'm talking about too. So yeah, so if you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you click the subscribe button. The links are in the show notes as well to subscribe to our channel, to watch the video portion to to the podcast too, because it just helps you out more when you see it visually too, instead of but audio is good too. So yeah, but anyway, so let's get into the series. So part one, scenes checklist: behind the scenes of taking product photos for the website, creating social media content for the brand, behind the scenes of creating social media content for the brand, and behind the scenes content of building your actual website. So keep in mind, you don't have to make your video complicated. Just write down what you want to do on camera. Like, just write down what you want to do and just do it on camera. So if you have a to-do list, like, okay, today I know I have to build my website, I know I have to create content for YouTube and social media, and I know I had to take product photos, write down your to-do list and just turn the camera on and just do it on the camera. So yeah, write down your to-do list and do it right on the camera. Now part two, scenes checklist: And if I sound like a bitter baby mom, I'll apologize if I sound like a bitter baby mom, if I'm feeling bitter about exes or, you know, relationships and stuff. I apologize. I don't want to be bitter. But yeah, now part two, scenes checklist. So this is more so getting more into marketing. So behind the scenes of going live, if you're comfortable with going live, you can go on live, showcase your products on live, like, explain your products, what's in your handbag, put some things in your handbag and say, oh, this is what I carry. I carry all my essentials in my handbag. Tell them where you going. Like, where do you go with your handbags? Is it church? Is it brunch? Is it out to eat? Is it at a nice restaurant? Where do you go with your handbags? So let them know. Behind the scenes of checking the website for your orders, you could take them, like going live and like, oh, I'm so excited for all my orders that's coming in. I'm super excited. Like, oh, I got so many orders coming in. Like, I'm so excited for these orders to be coming in. So you can do content like that. And also packing orders, behind the scenes packing orders. So you could do a YouTube video. You can go live. You can do a YouTube video packing orders. You could do a social media post packing orders. You could go live packing orders too. So people really like, not even like business owners, like people really love to see behind the scenes of how you just be working on your business and like packing orders. Everybody love, I don't know about you, but I love seeing packing orders videos too. So yeah. Now part three, scenes checklist. Behind the scenes of head talking videos for social media or YouTube. Like you could do B-roll or A-roll, but this one is kind of sit down, do a chit chat with your audience, let them know like what you have going on, like again, and showcase the product, whether you're just sitting and chit-chatting about business, your business struggles, or I didn't receive all these orders this week, or just whatever. Like, and you don't have to make your video so long and like drawn out too. Like, you could keep it short and simple too. Or like, if you want to do a chit-chat, it just, like, when you start creating content, you'll start to know when and what, where, and why. Like, you'll start to feel like your content out. So yeah. Now, the next thing is behind the scenes of creating promo flyers for the website and social media. Like, you can create promo flyers, marketing, like YouTube thumbnails is a promo graphic. So I usually just create YouTube thumbnails to promote my business and promote my channel too. Also, behind the scenes of having a professional photo shoot, those videos on YouTube always go viral because I love watching a photo shoot vlog on YouTube and how they show how they're putting their brand together. Like, I love watching like photography videos, and like, because I do my own photography too. So like, even if I rented out a content space, I just always do my photos. But I did invest in the when I first started back a while ago, like, I had a cosmetics brand, a lip gloss brand, and I really invested in a photographer. And I still, I'm gonna bring up, from that photo shoot, I'm gonna include some photos from like my first business I ever had was a lip gloss business. And man, like, I was making the lip gloss. I was making the lip gloss products. Like, I was making them. I was making the lip gloss. Like, I was just sharing so much behind the scenes. And it was a lot of work making them lip glosses. Like, it's not easy. Like, you need all the products and everything you need to make the lip gloss. But yeah, I had a lip gloss brand, and I took a photo. I had a photographer. It was really nice, and I'm gonna show you. And she was a good photographer too. Like, she was just coaching me to like how to like, like, stand this way or do this or do that. So I shared it on a vlog too. I still have it, but I'm gonna share the photos. Like, the photos were really good too. So yeah. Now part 4, scenes checklist post launch. So part one is like the pre-launch, like you're pre-launching on YouTube. Part two is the launch. Part 2 and 3 is the launching phase. Now part 4, check post launch. So share a head talking video of how share a head talking video of how your actual launch went, and what are some of the things, how your actual launch went, and what are some of the things to launch your handbag, and why you launched your handbag brand, and what some of the content you created, and how many sales and orders that you get, and why you decided to launch a handbag brand. So like literally, like part 4 is like you just having a head talking video on you actually um how you actually um like how did your overall launch went? Like how did your overall launch went? And if I seem like I'm like talking low, I'm sorry. Like I guess I'm just not in the best of mood. I'm in the best of mood. It's just my energy is just like like you know, but like I feel like I'm kind of sad, like just like a little bit, just a little bit, but yeah. This is overall how I would market my business on YouTube. Like I gave you video ideas, scenes, checklists, and a YouTube thumbnail, title idea, and YouTube titles ideas. And let me add another content idea to add layers to your content, because you want to do add layers to your YouTube content too. So YouTube content ideas is fashion, clothing, try on hauls. Like don't be afraid to show a little skin on the camera, okay? It just bring in more views, and when you show a little bit of skin, it kind of like make your content pop, go viral. Of course, shower self-care content too, that makes your video pop and go viral. But for some reason, I don't know, like I just posted a shower content vlog, and I thought it would, it is doing, but it's like a slow burn, but I'm still, it's getting there. I guess it's getting there. Yeah, so yeah, the next one is how to style your handbags. Um yeah, make a video on how to style your handbags, and the next one is clothing outfit ideas for the week. Give it a theme, like if you're a corporate office baddie, like if you work in a corporate office, become a corporate office baddie. And wear different office outfit ideas, work outfit ideas. So these are content ideas that I actually like use in my content, like when I'm creating my content ideas and pillars too. So um yeah, so now let's talk podcast marketing. You can make a series if you want to, or you could just make different podcast episodes about running an online business and marketing handbags on the podcast. With a podcast, just have like business venting sessions pretty much. So I feel like this one is just like kind of like a business venting session, even though I'm still teaching you how to market your handbags. This is just what I would do. I'm not telling you this is what you have to do, or like this is what you should do, and it's going to change your life forever, and like, but this is just how I market my handbags brand. Like this is how I market my handbag brand. So yeah, like pretty much share the things you do with your business. Like talk about the things you do in your business. How are things going with your handbag brand? How are things going with your handbag brand or in business? Like your business struggles, and why you decided to start a handbag business, and include how to style your wardrobe, how to use what you have, like how to use your wardrobe and use what you have. It's not what you have, it's how you wear it. And if you need podcast episodes ideas, just listen to other podcasters who are in the fashion industry, and create your own podcast ideas out of listening to other podcasters. So and those who are in the industry that you're in. So this is how I get inspo for the podcast. I just listen to other podcasters and see what they got going on, and I just put my own spin on it too. So yeah. Now here's a series of ideas for the podcast. Um, just for like, you could do audio or video, it really doesn't matter, they both do well. Now when I say with podcasts on Spotify, I feel like audio does better than video. So with Spotify, stick to audio on the Spotify app if you host your podcast on Spotify. Now of course on YouTube you got to do YouTube videos too. So now let's create a launch series ideas for the podcast. So I love marketing. Like, I do love sharing marketing strategies and how I market. So yeah. All right, so let's get into the podcast series on how I would market my handbag brand on the podcast. So part 1, introducing your brand. Why you created your handbag brand, where did you get the idea to create your handbag brand, and why you showing that why should they invest in your brand? These are just a few questions and ways to introduce your brand and introduce your personal brand to who you are, and like introduce your personal brand to who you are, what you do, and make them, want to get to know you. Like, make a podcast about them just getting to know you, and introduce your personal brand too. Like, people want to get to know you besides the brand too. So what makes you appealing, what makes you fun, what makes you different. So yeah. Now part 2 is, I just want to talk about the behind the scenes of how I launched my handbag brand. Like, so part 2 is just like, you're sharing, you just venting, like, you're not venting, but you're just talking, like, you just want to share about the behind the scenes of how you launch your handbag brand, and the launching process, and how did launch day go, and how we're excited about your brand overall. So this is just where you're just, you're sharing your journey on running an online business through your podcast. You're just talking and sharing your journey on how you running your online business. Now part 3 is how to style your handbag brand. You can use things like, back in the day, like story time. You do a story time, like, back in the day, I would wear my clothes like this, and I would mix and match my clothes like this, and how you would throw that ish on, even if you go to the corner store, because everybody outside, stuff like that. So when all the biddies out back in the day, we used to call them biddies. So all the biddies is outside, outside. What's up with outside? So you would know, back in the day, I would throw that ish on. What? You couldn't tell me. Oh my gosh. And I just remember when I had my haircut low. Oh, that was such what? You could not tell me nothing about my haircut. When I cut my hair, oh, I was, that era, it was giving so much tea. Like, oh my gosh, it was tea. It was tea. It was definitely tea. And I started cutting my hair myself too. So, that era was definitely tea. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing with my haircut, but that was just such a vibe, a good time. And yeah, so like, we go to the corner store, walk up the street, like, be on the block, like, what's up? Like, that's when everybody was outside. Like, I felt like that era was just the best era. Like, I wish I could go back sometimes, because that era was so good. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, like, I feel like that was the best era of my, like, the epitome of the best era of my life. Like, for real, I felt like I was just on top of my shit, on top of the world, and just everything was just so, like, good. Like, oh my gosh, like, I miss that era so much. But yeah, so do more podcast episodes on story time, or like story time on how you style, why you wear this. Like, give yourself a nostalgic storyline that people can relate to and vibe with. So like, styling your hand, so you can make this podcast episode a more story time on like styling your handbag brand, ways you would style your handbag brand, and outfit ideas, which leads into part 4. Part 4 is weekly outfit ideas. Share what you would actually wear if you have sexy. Share what. Okay, so part 4 is weekly outfit ideas. Share what you would actually wear, and if you have a sexy voice, use it. It can make it sensual. So, fun fact: I used to work at this. No, 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 no. Not I didn't work there. I'm sorry. Wrong job. I did used to work at a place called Company Voice, but that was and you know what? When I was working, let me tell you about that. I got 2 stories that I want to tell you real quick. So, I used to work at Company Voice, and when I say I used to get so many compliments on my voice, like, because like the way I would answer like the phone is like, I would say, thank you for calling Company Voice. My name is Nicole. How can I assist you today? What can I help you with today? Stuff like that. And the before they even ask or what they need, they immediately like, yo, your voice is so sexy. Like, your voice is so like, can I have your number? Like, it's I almost got a few numbers from working there. Like, you know what, when I was working at Company Voice, I was getting on their nerves so bad, because like I kept like hollering at people on the phone. Like, but it was professional, but I still showed myself. Like, I'll be like, you cannot get my number on this line. This is a recorded line. I do not want my number on this line. But, stuff like that. So, but yeah, like I used to get compliments on my voice all the time. And back in the day, like when I was like a teen kid stuff, we had the party line. Before it was social media, we didn't have no social media, no none of that. It was just like it was just different. I can't explain it, but like it wasn't phone. We barely had phones. I'm talking about the phone line, like the cordless phone line. So we used to call, like, me and my friends, we used to call the party line, and that's where all the niggas used to be on the phone, like, yo, what's up, what's popping? And this one guy, I really met him in person too, but this one guy, his name was Blaze. I could not forget Blaze. His name was Blaze, and he used to just always be like, yo, this is Blaze. And I'm like, what? And the party line is like a date. It's like a dating app. Like, it's not a dating app. It's like a dating phone line app kind of thing. So yeah, we used to call the party line, and I would get compliments on my voice so much, like. And that's another reason why I started a podcast too, because I used to be on a party line cutting up to, like, like, ooh, like, they'll ask you, like, being grown, like being grown on a party line. And they used to be like, what you got on, what you wearing, like stuff like that. And I'd be like, oh, I'm wearing like, and me, I'm always nervous too, so I'd be like stuttering and stuff. So yeah, that was an era. Like, oh, that was an era to be had. If you remember the party line, comment in the comment section if you remember the party line. I don't know, like, because me and my friends, we used to call that party line all the time. But yeah, so that's 2 fun facts. When I was working at Company Voice, I used to really get complimented a lot with my voice, and I feel like I hate my voice. I hate my voice because it's like I have a baby voice, so it's like, I don't know, like when I don't like to hear myself because it's, but yeah, I used to get so much compliments on my voice. Like, it's crazy. Like, I miss that job, honestly. Like, I miss working at that job too, because but I had a co-stalker. Like, I had a stalker that, like, literally, like, this was a white man, and he was such a stalker, like, but in a good way, but in a bad way. And I didn't know you could sue for that. I could have got a large, like, I could have sued for that, but I didn't know how to do that. And then they wound up, like, yeah. But anyway, let's get back to it. So, this is how I will market my overall business online. Now, let's get into the target audience, and here is how to create a target audience. So, Yeah, we're pretty much done. So I know this was a long podcast, but we're pretty much done. I just wanted to share with you how I would market my handbag brand on a serious note. Like, these are some of the marketing strategies that I would really use to market my handbag brand too. So yeah, so here is how to choose our target audience. It's simple. What do you like to do? So I made my handbag brand. It's a stationary brand, stationary handbag brand. So I decided to create a stationary brand for business owners to jot down their ideas and business to-do lists and etc. So I thought like I would create a handbag brand to match my stationary products, because it's just like, well, if you have a handbag brand, what you gonna put in there? You gonna put your books in there. You gonna put your notebooks and your journals in there, and you gonna carry around your notebooks and your handbag. So I thought that would be a nice like touch. So I have a stationery brand and handbag brand. So it's simple. What do you like to do? Like, what do you like to do? So um and also too, like, look at other brands to get some inspo. Like, my inspo brands are Coach, Fendi, and Steve Madden. Those are my brands. Like, I really love Coach. Like, I love Coach so much. So like when you see Coach, I didn't like copy their brand, but if you see Coach, it kind of looked like a C. So I kind of like took the I kind of took the pattern idea from Coach, and then I just made my own like pattern idea. So yeah, I just think that's cute to put on there too. So yeah, so my handbag brand inspo are Coach, Fendi. I love Fendi because the design is so cute. Fendi, oh, like I really want to make these Fendi. Oh, I'm sorry, not Fendi. My own. I'm sorry. I do want to buy a Fendi penny what is it called? A Fendi it go around your waist. I forget what it's called. I know what it's called, but I can't think of it right now. But I do want to make my own fanny packs. I want to make my own fanny packs, because it's just like sometimes I don't feel like carrying around my handbag, and then when I want to go to the store, I still want to be able to market my handbag, my handbag brand. So when I go to the corner store, and they see my fanny pack, they gonna know like, oh, that big. Because I get compliments all the time, like when I'm at the laundromat too, like in certain things, like especially when I'm at the laundromat, I get compliments on my handbag, and they be like, your handbag is so cute, where you get it from? So, and a pro tip too, stop saying that you got your handbag from like you made your handbag yourself, because I don't know, when in person, I don't know why they feel like they can't trust you in person. But like I say, oh yeah, I got this handbag from a small business owner. She a small handbag. Yeah, she a small handbag brand, and it's called Books. Her brand is called Books and Every Code. So I kind of talk in third party, even though it's me. And then when they go in there, if they see me, then they gonna realize, oh, this is her this whole time. But um yeah, I don't know. It works more better in physical when I say, oh, like when I talk in third person, even though it's from me, but I don't know. It just works. I don't know why it works. It just does when I talk in third person. So, um, it every time. Like every time I talk in third person, it seemed like it just clicks to them. Like, but when I say like, oh, it's from me exactly, like it just don't go well. So yeah. But yeah, I talk in third person, so yeah. And the reason why I talk in third person too is just because like um I don't want nobody else to share me, you know? I don't want nobody else to share me. And like I wanna be exclusive, I want us all to be exclusive, like yeah. But yeah. All right. Now, where am I at? Where am I at with it? Because I'm pretty much done. So um now where was it at? Where I left off at? Oh yeah, so I wanted to make fanny packs too. So like I just want to carry like, my phone and a couple of dollars in my pocket. And sometimes I be carrying a black and out. So I'd be like, I don't want a big bag to be carrying all this stuff. Like, and honestly, like I want to make a pencil case, not for just for it to be a pencil case, but I want to hold um no, I'm not ignoring you. It's not like that. I'm not ignoring you. I can't see you right now. I just cannot because I know what y'all trying to do. And I'm not having it. You're going to no. I'm tired of people trying to take me out. Leave me be. I'm stressed, okay? And I'm not happy. And I'm not going to let these 4 kids oh, I'm sorry, I forgot I was on the podcast. I'm editing that part out, but I'm not letting these 4 kids exit me out like that. Okay? If I didn't lay down and spend the time, I'm not, no. I'm not doing that. And that's just that. Now, anyway, um, I promise I love you a lot. Let me just, like, I love you a lot, and I'm not ignoring you. Like, I really do love you. Um, I forgot what I was saying. Um, oh yeah, I want to make my own fanny pack brand so that I can carry. Okay, I don't want to say I want to carry my black and miles in there, but I'd be stressed, and I don't smoke weed because weed makes me paranoid. And like I used to smoke all the time, but I had this one bad experience. Let me tell you this bad experience I had. Right, so and I never picked up a weed. I never picked up weed ever. Like I no, I never did again. Like I might now, but I know how they. It's different. Like I don't know. Like plants do something to you, but when I was smoking, right. So back in the day, right, when me and my kid's father we was together, and he loved to smoke in a pitch black dark, like just and I me, I wanted to like one, but it's him, so like I just kind of vibe with it because I'm like, all right, well, I'm here with him, so um yeah, so I'm in there, we sitting in the basement too, and it's pitch black dark, and sitting in the basement, and his brother was in there too, and we just was in there smoking, right, and um all right. So I'm remembering because it's just so it got me to like the creeps. But so we in there smoking. So I must have been high. I don't know if I was high. I was really geeking or tweaking. All I know was nobody, like, I felt they all left and I was just down there like by myself. So I'm thinking that I'm still talking to somebody. So listen, I'm passing the blunt back and forth in the dark, smoking. So I'm sitting there rapping, like just talking and rapping. And I'm passing it back and forth. And I'm like, what the? So I goes up I said, all right, I'll be back. When I go upstairs, they both upstairs and left me in the dirt. I like the, and I said I couldn't do it no more. After that day, that night or whatever, I never smoked again. Uh, I was like, hyperventilating, like I was tweaking out bad or whatever, because, and this was when everybody was like not saying a lot, but like this was like happy times, I mean it wasn't really, I'm not gonna say happy times, but it was like different, like safe, different. It was like nobody like was on like this type of time now. Like I can't explain what I'm saying. I can't explain it, but I I just never I just never wanted to smoke again. Like, not saying that I wanted to, like, if we burn, like, if we smoke, we smoke, but I might take a couple of, puffs or whatever, but actually, like, really trying to get high, which I supposed to be high. But anyway, um, yeah, that was just my experience on smoking, and I just never picked it back up because that happened, and I still to this day, like, I don't know who I was. Yeah, I don't know. It was crazy. I just always remember that. So I stopped smoking. So yeah. Um, yeah, I stopped smoking after that. But yeah, so getting back to it. So what is it do you like to do? So yeah, I wanted to offer fanny packs too, like just to carry like small stuff in my bag. Cause like when I'm running errands and stuff or going to the gym or whatever, you know, um, I want to carry my handbags in my I want to be able to carry like small stuff, small items in my fanny pack, cause yeah, um, I really do enjoy having a handbag brand. Like I always wanted to really get this, and it just seemed like I just can't. But anyway, um, it's like I start and I stop and I start and I stop and just yeah, but um. So what is it that you like to do and create content from there? But if you don't have an idea, let me give you an idea. So if you don't have a niche or a target audience, I'm giving you a target audience idea right now. So let's say you're you're an office carpet baddie. You can market your brand using different drinks that you love, and like that's a prop. So like props are different drinks. Like you can so like let's say you're office carpet baddie. Yeah, you can market your brand using different drinks that you love in your hand on the way to work, and create a brand of office fits that you love. So now you have a brand for your handbag business, which you can purchase your handbags from me. Now you can purchase your handbags from me, but now they're about like going. So I'm doing a restock soon. So But yes, start your handbag business. Become a corporate office baddie, okay? Like, we have to always end things with baddie because we are baddies, okay? So yeah. And your target audience are for people who work corporate office jobs, which is what I was doing when I had my corporate job. I love what the fits, the blazer, the fits was T. The corporate, the fits was T. I did get fired from here, and it's just like then I had a work from home job too. So yeah. But I love wearing like the office fits when I was going to work and stuff. And boy, like, let me tell you, the stairwells, but I'm not like that. That's when I was like just drawing, like being like in my feelings. So I just be, but I'm learning a lot. Like, I had to sit me down a lot, like, and really like tell me about myself. Like, and that's a whole different story, like a whole different podcast. But I am going to share like a vent session on how like God really just sit me down and really taught me like what am I like really doing, like for real, like. And I just learned a lot. So yeah. But yeah, lastly, but yeah, so you I'm sorry, my thoughts are everywhere. But your target audience are for people who work corporate office jobs, which is what I was doing when I had my corporate job. I was working at Company Voice, so I still want one, honestly. Like, I feel like I do want to go back and work a corporate office job. So, and you could create content sharing different corporate office outfits that you love to wear, and create content, look good going to work. You can do 4 cute different outfits for work. Become a corporate office baddie with your handbag. So now you have a niche, not only a niche, but you chose a target audience. So a niche and a target audience like corresponds together. So the theme is, a corporate baddie, but your target audience is they basically need a handbag to go to work so they can have all the essentials that they need in their handbag. So yeah. So this is how to market your overall handbag brand. Now I'm just going to share how to set your business on the back end. And now all you need for your business on the back end is a website and PayPal to be able to run your business. Now your website is your entire online business ecosystem, and PayPal is how you receive payments. So now I love PayPal because if you don't want to add a bank card, you can still receive payments through PayPal because it's an actual online bank. So, and if you decide to add your bank card, you can if you want, but do your research on the different payment platforms too. But this is my overall marketing strategy that I'm using to market and promote my business. So thank you for tuning in to today's podcast episode, and I'll see you in the next one. And I know this podcast was like kind of long too, but of course, like, when I'm not going to include everything that I said in this podcast. Like, not just the parts that need to be, in there. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed today's podcast episode on how to market your handbag brand. And yeah, get started with your handbag business. Website will be up soon. So I guess this is like a pre-launch website. I mean, pre-launch website. I'm start speaking into existence, but pre-launch podcast episode where I'm just sharing with you my own like personal business journey on how I managed to like run my business too. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you until the next podcast episode. All right, later.